Welcome to Board with Video Games, the gaming podcast that strives for the right balance of coverage for games you play on your table and on your television. We're a proud member of the PSVG Podcast Network and thrilled to be part of the Dice Tower Network as well. I am one of your hosts, Kyle Hyman, and joining me on this co-op adventure, the guy who's about to have 3 games tied for his favorite game of the year, Josh Borboni. How are you doing this month?
I'm okay. Is the third game? Is that a Sonic joke? Is that what that is? Oh,
No. Actually, the third game is a game that I know you were very excited about, but as I look at your list of what you listed,
oh,
what you're playing, it's not even on there.
it's not on there. Sorry.
There we go. Okay.
Sorry. It's on there
'Cause I
now.
was like, I thought you'd have like 3 that would be really conflicting.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
Sorry.
I was
Good
very
call.
confused. I was like, well, maybe he didn't play it.
Good call. Good call.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah. So Josh, okay, before we get into our no, we'll do this first.
Yeah.
How's the last month been, man? What's been going on?
It's been pretty bad, if I'm being honest.
No, I'm sorry. That's horrible.
It's okay. At least it's consistent. Yeah. I don't even know that I want to talk about it. It's
That's
not been
fine.
great. But we're still here talking.
Yeah.
And that's good.
That is
So
good.
how about you? How was your past month been?
Also not great. So
Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry to hear that.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I think I've talked about it a little bit. Both my dogs are not doing great. So,
Yeah.
having to say goodbye to one of them a little over a year ago, and now potentially, one with cancer likely, and the other one who has such bad dementia she no longer is
Oh,
able to
no.
be she's like lost her knowledge of her potty training.
Yikes.
It's not great. So it's been pretty crappy. But on the plus side, Josh,
Yeah.
we did book our next vacation. So
Okay, good. Nice.
so are we becoming very predictable? Yes. Are we going back to Disney World in February? Yes, we are.
Nice.
Now I
Nothing
will
wrong with
say
that.
this booking did happen prior to some things where people started canceling all their Disney things. But that's not really a thing you can take back. So
Yeah, that's
yeah.
true. I don't hold it against you for still going.
Yeah, so that's not
Disney
that was
World didn't take Jimmy Kimmel off air.
well, yeah, just just the people
Just
who
the
own
company that
Disney World.
owns their
Yeah.
television programming.
So that was one of those, you make the investment, you're like, here's the thing we're gonna do, and then all of a sudden all the stuff starts happening.
Yeah.
You're like, well, shoot. Like, don't really give your money back for those things. And it's just tough sometimes when you're like, oh man, now what do I do? So
That's okay. I'm going to add something else down here that is Disney related as a recommendation. So
oh yeah, and watch this other thing too.
yeah.
Awesome. Well, hey then, Josh, with that, you know what? We're gonna skip all of the housekeeping. We're gonna skip all of that stuff. We're not gonna do any of it. I haven't talked with you about this, but we might tweak some show format things here coming
Sure.
up.
Oh yes.
But more probably in the new year since we're already in September.
Yeah, might as
but
well
some things we
pursue.
should talk about just to make the podcast a little more conversational, a little less formal, a little less. We're not pros. We're not getting paid for this, so let's just have fun, right?
Yes.
Yes. So with that in mind, Josh, I kind of made the reference about having these 3 games tied for your favorite game of the year.
Yeah.
As we roll into now the end of September, almost October, which is kind of mind blowing to me. The fact that it is almost October is a little bit melting my brain.
Yeah.
But do you think this is one of the best years ever for video games?
I don't think that anymore because
don't think that anymore?
Because I think that we think that every year, and I don't want to keep thinking that every year. We always think it's going to be us. We always think it's going to be. We don't know at the beginning of the year, but we
Sure.
think it's pretty good, and then summer ramps up, and then we're like, oh, looks like we get a lot of stuff coming out in the fall, and then November comes around, and we're like, I think this might be like the best year in video games or board games, and I think it feels that way every time. So yeah, sure.
Do you really think it feels that way every time?
I think it's felt that way for a long time.
I
But it might be just chasing the highs. It might not be it might not just like maybe the lows are so low that it feels like so good and so big.
Yeah.
I do think that we're really fully loaded at the end of this year, so it certainly could be that way. But as of where we are right now, I don't think that the year's been we've had great games, but I don't know that it's been a better year than the last few years. Just like thinking of it in a broad scale.
Because I feel like, and maybe I'm wrong, while I think other years have been punctuated by really high highs,
Yeah,
I think this year has had maybe, okay, other than Clear Obscure, maybe, which is like captivated like everyone.
yeah,
Um, I do think this year has had more consistent, really quality games come out. Where like I it kind of feels like, because we've had a number of podcasts where we've been like, there's just so much to play that's good right now, that it does kind of, at least from my perspective, feel a little bit different maybe than past years have. That there, I'm just looking at the release calendar, right? Like, and I'm sure
yeah,
I'm looking at this really, really quickly. So maybe I'm missing something in January that came out. Um, but even if you think about right at the very beginning of February, like you have Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, which I know isn't an us game,
yeah.
but like that, like from that point on, February 4th, I feel like there's basically been a game of the year contender has come out like almost every month since then.
Sure.
And one I think could argue that even that month, that some people would argue that maybe multiple, like Josh, do you remember that Avowed came out this year?
That's crazy.
Right? Like Avowed came out this year.
Yeah,
Monster Hunter Wilds came out this year, Josh. Did you remember that? Split Fiction came out this year, Josh.
that was this. Split Fiction wasn't last year.
No, Split Fiction came out in March.
Holy cow.
Like,
Okay.
and this is where for why for me it's like so, and maybe it's not that it's the best year ever. Maybe that the things have changed so much that like games are in and out of the zeitgeist so fast that
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
it's a week or two that we talk about them and we never talk about them again.
So we did have this year. Mind's Eye came out.
Well, yeah, I mean that was,
Bubsy, the new Bubsy came out.
yeah.
Nintendo, Welcome to. I'm just reading the lowest reviewed games. Game
You're
of
just looking at the lowest
Thrones, the Game
reviewed,
of
yeah.
Thrones King's Road game.
Hmm.
Star Wars Jedi Power Battles. Uh, but I guess to your point, oh, Lost Soul side, oof. Uh, I think to
I'll be
your
talking about that in a little bit.
yeah, to your point, I think favoring your point is like the games I'm listing that are the lowest reviewed are not huge releases. Although I'm surprised to see FBC Firebreaks down there very, very, very low.
Right. Which we definitely liked more than other people did.
And Donkey Kong Bonanza, DK Island Rush, and Emerald Rush kind of
Oh,
like
is that the DLC?
makes it looks like it's that game, but it's not. I should put that on my list too. Yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna argue against that. I think um, your point is valid.
Yeah. And like I said, I don't think it's that we've had maybe any of the highest highs other than, like I said, maybe Claire Obscure. I just feel like there's always every month like new stuff that people are just like, this game is so good, this game is so good.
Yeah,
Or that maybe within a niche there are people who are like are really, really excited about very specific games.
for sure.
Um just even like South of Midnight came out this year. I completely forgot I played that game. The music in that game was exceptional, but otherwise that game was, I
Forgettable.
liked it. Well, I think as much as Josh, I gave you love. Blueprints came out this year.
That's true. Blueprints came out this year. That's probably closer to tying. It's for the top three.
So yeah, it just is a, because I was thinking the other day about, kind of starting to put together, like if I was to put together my top 10 right now. Josh,
Yeah,
Doom the Dark Ages came out this year. Anyway,
it did.
um,
Yeah,
which it was funny because when I booted up my Xbox to like download some stuff and update some stuff, I was like Doom the Dark Ages was like, I think my last played game. I was like, oh man, I completely forgot the game came out this year. Like,
Death Stranding 2 came out this year.
it did, which
Monster
nobody talked about.
Hunter, a game that has a W in the title, Worlds or Wilds or
Yep.
something came out this year.
Yeah.
uh, yeah, Bob. The top two highest rated games of this year are Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom.
Perfect. Well, hey, I guess the game of the year
Great year
decided.
for gaming.
Yeah, great year for gaming. Great year for gaming indeed. And like I said, I know you are right now that you said that we talk about this every year. I guess
It's
theoretically,
okay that we do.
yeah, and theoretically every year could be better than the previous. Like that could happen, right?
Yeah,
Like obviously next year with some of the showcases that we've had, we know next year's already going to be better than this year, and this year's already really good.
well, yeah, we'll see if those games come out next year.
But okay. Well, with that, Josh, I wanted to start there because we're gonna transition a little bit into what we've been playing. And how about I propose this to you?
Yeah,
Do you want to talk about just the games that just you've played that I have not? I will then talk about the games that just I have played that you have not, and then we'll tackle the games we've played that we both played together at the end. Does that sound okay?
sure. That
Cool.
sounds
Why don't
okay.
you kick it off then with what you have played that I have not?
Okay, well, I just a quick hit for Donkey Kong Bonanza. I'm still playing it. I'm getting deeper and deeper towards the Earth's core.
Yeah.
So I think I'm close to finishing that. I just have had a lot of distractions in gaming recently in life to kind of sidetrack that a little bit. Um, I
Have you, or
guess
do you have any desire to get the DLC?
I do, but I really want to finish the game first. It'll
Sure.
probably be a late next year like grab,
Oh, okay.
like revisit the game after, give myself some time off from it.
Sure. Okay.
Um, yeah, but we'll see. Who knows? I could change my mind and just buy it right after I finish the game too.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. Okay. There's only one other game I'm playing that you're not, and I'm very surprised you're not playing Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta.
I will be. I will be very soon.
What I don't know what I want to say about it. Um, it's great, but
Oh,
it's
a butt.
it's still very much like a product of its time. So a lot of it doesn't fit well into how it looks, if that makes sense. It's the story's a little dated. There's a lot of silly Kojima things that are in there. There's a lot of things that wouldn't fly in gaming today
Hmm.
that are in there. Um, I'm not necessarily complaining about it, but I'm sure other people are,
Okay.
which is fine. It is a remake, so I don't not sorry, it's a remaster, not a remake. So I don't expect them to start changing narrative and things like that. So I'm okay with that because of how much I love the game.
Hmm.
That being said, my issue with Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta it's exactly a game I have played before, and I did play it, but I'm not drawn to keep playing it because I have so many other games that I have not played before.
Right.
So I'm having this struggle of where am I putting my limited time into gaming,
Right.
and I'm like every time I start like picking it back up, I'm like, yeah, I know what's gonna happen next. I know where to go here, and like I know it all, and uh, yeah, that's my struggle. It looks great. The controls, they did a great job revamping the controls. You can also, I believe, you can change them to the original camera angles as well.
Gotcha.
But I do like that they have like it's more like the Metal Gear Solid 5 camera system than
Hmm.
versus Delta. You can mess with the filters too if you wanted to look more like Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta as well. But I mean, Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. But I kept it to the new stuff. And for people who don't know, I'm sure there's some out there. It's a prequel of sorts to Metal Gear. Or I guess more importantly, it's a prequel to Snake. So it is something I would say like if people are curious about the game and do like Metal Gear as an idea or Snake as a character, and you haven't played him before, it's a pretty easy entry point into the games.
Um, as a brief aside, and then I'm going to get back to. I was going to look up Metal Gear Solid Delta on the PlayStation Store because I want to see is it thought of as a remaster or a remake? Like, what does it
Yeah.
say? And the PlayStation Store notoriously horrible for surfacing games that should be surfaced, and just so much bloat and like crap that's on there. On the second page of like new games, is OF Model Simulator. Guess what that's all about, Josh?
OnlyFans?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Model
Uh,
Simulator?
what's that?
It's a OnlyFans Model Simulator?
Yep. OF Model Simulator. Yep.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Go,
Nice job, PlayStation
Josh
Store.
quickly
Keeping
Google's
it,
OF
crushing it.
Model
Absolutely crushing it.
Simulator.
And to be clear, I really don't care about those sorts of games existing. I just
Buying
like, why is that?
now.
Josh is like buying now. I'm just wondering, why is this like what you're like being like the best like or hottest new games? Maybe a ton of people are buying it. I don't know.
Oh, it's on
I guess the same thing
Steam.
does happen on Steam. Like
It's
every
on
time I open
Steam.
Steam, like the like trending new games are always like those types of games. So
Coming soon on Steam though, so I
oh,
can't get
gotcha.
it.
Sorry, man. Sorry to
You
disappoint
do
you.
play as the perspective of the female character though. You can't be a male OnlyFans creator.
Apparently not.
Oh, that's sexist. Oh boy, some of these screen grabs. uh, Crazy.
Are you? Hopefully, you're using a incognito browser.
No, I'm in Steam
Oh, you're
itself.
in Steam. Oh, perfect. Well, that's not
I
going to
don't
affect
need to
your
worry about
algorithm at all.
incognito
Yeah,
about
yeah, your
anything
algorithm is going to
ever.
be great now, Josh.
That's
So,
okay.
so in the but what I where this all started, is that this says it's a remake.
Okay.
So a remake of the 2004 blah blah blah.
It's
That's what it
not.
says.
but
Okay,
that's what they're if that's what they're considering it, that's fine.
gotcha.
That's
Are
fine.
you excited for the Fox Hunt mode that's supposed to be coming out in
Yes,
October?
I am excited for that. Yeah. I probably have a lot. I have as much. No, that's not true. I was going to say I have as much admiration to that as you do Frontiers, but that's not true.
Mhm.
You love like I like it as much as like I like the Mass Effect multiplayer
Oh
modes.
man,
Yeah,
the Mass Effect of
Mass
three
Effect
multi.
2, 3,
Okay,
2. Which
three.
one was the good one? Did 2
Shoot.
have it at all?
I think it was 3 because
Okay.
I believe the Mass Effect 3 multiplayer prevented me from beating that game for literal months. Because every time I would get on to play it, my friends would be like, "Hey, should we play multiplayer?" I'm like, "Well, I guess so."
Yeah.
I'm like, so much so that by the time I finished the game, they had already changed the ending because
Oh,
like
you
I
didn't
just
even
like
get
had
the
been
regular
delayed
ending.
so long in finishing it.
That's
So
funny.
yeah, so um, yeah, but okay. So when Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta was coming out, or Metal Gear Solid Delta, whatever it's called, you had said, because I've never played a Metal Gear
Yeah.
other than Revengeance. Um,
Yeah, that doesn't count.
you said that this was a great place for me to start. Do you
Yeah.
still believe this is the best place for me to start?
Is it the best place? It's a great place for you to start.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is
I
it
think
better than like buying like the collections or playing the
yeah,
collections that exist?
I really think as much as I love the older games, I
Mhm.
have the collection. They're just really hard to play now.
Yeah.
It's just because of the graphics from the data. Even Snake Eater. I think what makes more sense is play Metal Gear Solid Delta, and if you really like it, a 5. You got to go right to 5. I think.
Right.
Uh, but 4, I think 4 is actually probably still pretty good. That was PS4 game, so 4 is
Hmm.
probably still good.
Okay.
Actually, 4 is my favorite version of Snake, because you got like old man Snake, and it's just very funny stuff happens in that game too.
Gotcha.
But yeah. It's still good. It's still a good entry point. I think you got to keep going forward technology wise, so don't go backwards once you play it.
Okay. Noted. Noted.
If you want to, I feel like I was playing this and thinking, what is Kyle going to think of this scene right here? So I'm
Oh,
very excited to hear what you think when you start playing.
yeah, I'm looking forward to it. The only problem we're running into is I kind of have been like slating out my game time of like what when I wanted to play what.
Yeah,
Um and finishing up a game I'm going to talk about took a little longer than I anticipated, which meant I didn't get to jump into Metal Gear Solid 3 as fast like when I thought I was going to because like another game that came out that I wanted to play. So then I was like, "Oh, I'll slot it, here." But then I was like, "Oh shoot, now we're like 3 days or 2 days away from Ghost of Yotai at this point."
yeah,
So I'm like, "Man, like I just need to quit my job and just play video games." I'm sure that would work out fine, right?
uh, yeah. You might have to cancel the Disney trip, but you could probably finance yourself for 5 years on that Disney trip, so you'd be okay
Those things are not
for a
cheap.
little
That
bit.
is so true. Man, man, oh man.
Yeah,
Okay. So those are the things you've been playing that I have not. Anything else that you can think of?
no, we got too much anyways. Even if I did
Okay.
think of something,
Yeah, we have a lot of
I'm
games to
gonna
play
pocket
or
it.
to talk about. So, okay. So what have I been playing? So first thing I have been playing, I'm going to actually start with a board game here. I finally broke into Lord of the Rings Duel for Middle
Yeah,
Earth, which is a two-player asymmetrical game that kind of plays in or uses the Seven Wonders duel system and then kind of puts this Lord of the Rings theme on top of it. Um, it is designed by Antoine Bauza and someone else I can't remember. I tried to look it up on Board Game Geek, but it won't load, so that's fine. But this game came out in like 2024, I think. I think it came out last year, and people really seem to enjoy it. And the cool part about this game is it really takes the dual system and I think pretty effectively layers it over the Lord of the Rings theme. So in this game, there are three ways you can win. You can either get if you so one player is playing as all of like the good in Middle Earth, and the other person is playing as all of the bad in Middle Earth. And if you are the good or the bad, there's basically three different ways you can win. Either if you're the good side, getting the ring to Mordor, or if you are playing as the bad side, having your Nazgul catch Frodo and Sam on their way. Okay. So that's one way you can win. A second way you can win is by getting the support of all of the races in Middle Earth. So all six races support you. And the third way you can win is there's a central board that represents different locations, is that you have representation in every single like area or every location on the map. So once you accomplish any one of those three things, the game immediately ends and whoever does it wins. Okay.
Nice.
The way the game plays is very, very simple. You start, whoever is playing as the evil goes first. And just like Seven Wonders Duel, there's a tableau of cards that is set up. Some of them are face up, some of them are face down. And on your turn, you can either take a card from that tableau and add it to like your like area in front of you, or you can buy these like kingdom cards. Like those are the only two things you can do. You can either take a card or buy one of the kingdom cards. That's it. That's your whole turn, and then the next person goes. Obviously, though, more is happening than that. And what
Yeah.
they do is that in this scenario, the blue cards in this one progress you along that ring track. So while you're on the ring track, that's getting the ring to Mount Doom or catching Sam and Frodo if you're the bad guys. It's just like either getting you closer to them or getting Sam and Frodo closer to Mount Doom. So it progresses you on that track. The green cards are the cards that get you the affinity for the different races of Middle Earth. The red cards are how you are able to go ahead and place out different like units on the map to kind of get map control. The yellow cards are income, so you just get money. And the gray cards are, resources as they typically are. And that's pretty much it. There are purple cards; those don't come out till the third round. But those allow you to do some kind of special things. But for the most part, you're just doing those. You're taking a card, putting it down, and kind of building your tableau of cards in front of you after pulling one from it. They do have the chaining mechanism that happens in Seven Wonders. So, like, if you have X card, that you might be able to get Y card for free
Yeah.
later and not have to pay the resources for it. But that's really it. That's all you're doing. You play through 3 chapters. At the end of the 3 chapters, if no one has accomplished one of the tasks, like I said, as soon as either person accomplishes any one of those tasks, the game instantly ends. If you get to the end and no one has won, whoever has representation in more of Middle Earth on the map, they win, and that's it. This game is great. I really, really enjoyed it. We had a really good
Nice.
time. I think that the nice thing about building the tableau is there's always 3 cards in each chapter that aren't used, but you don't know what they are.
Oh.
Because since you're you always have 3 extra cards at the end that those stay face down, and since you're putting the cards out, some face up, some face down, you don't always know exactly like what is gonna pop up, and the resources are so limited that like for instance the blue track of trying to get the ring to Mount Doom, because that's originally what I was trying to do. I was playing the good. I was trying to get the ring to Mount Doom. I was like, shoot, I think I'm not gonna have enough like options. And Eric had only taken like 2 or 3 like ring cards. And I had taken a whole bunch, but I was like, I don't know that. And it just so happened in the 3rd chapter that of the 3 cards left out, 2 of them were ring cards. So like
Oh.
she took one more, and then there was really no way for me to get it all the way there. So the game is very, very well balanced just for like getting the support of all the races. At the beginning, there's only 2 cards of each race. So like you can really very easily like block someone if you want to. But you also have to then like balance like, am I blocking this person because it's better to block them now, or is it better for me to do a thing that proactively helps me like get towards victory? At multiple points throughout the game, we both thought the other person was going to win, like within a turn or two.
Yeah.
But we got all the way to the end with neither one of us winning. Technically, I won because I had representation in like one more area of the map of Middle Earth than she did. But it's a really fun game. So if you like Lord of the Rings, or if you like just asymmetrical games and you don't even care about Lord of the Rings, it's still
Yeah.
really good. I think the theme goes really well with the mechanisms. I highly recommend it. So if you have any interest, Lord of the Rings Duel for Middle Earth, it's great. 2-player only, and 2-player mandatory, but it's really, really good.
Nice. Bruno Catala was the other one.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. I
Yeah.
was like, I
I
knew it was
really
someone else that was big, but I couldn't remember who.
Yeah, I really want to play it, so I'm glad that you liked it.
Yeah,
Sounds
no, it's really
perfect.
great.
We really like
And
Seven Wonders Duel too, so it sounds like it would be good.
yeah, and it's short, 30 minutes. Like
Oh,
very,
even
very quick.
better. Great.
Yeah, super quick. On the video game side, then, just some kind of quick notes of things that have wrapped up that had been in progress. I finished Mafia 2, so I could check that off the list and say that's done. Because I also finished Mafia: The Old Country. Kind of like I mentioned last month, I like that game more than I think most people do.
Yeah.
But that's wrapped up now, so that was really good. And overall, I should say, pretty good. I enjoyed it. It will be on my top 10. I don't know. It's a weird year. There's a lot of really good games I've played this year, but it will at least be flirting with the list but it'd be towards the end of the list. I finished Sword of the Sea, which was released on PS Plus last month. Also very excellent. If you like, chill indie games, super, super awesome. And then Barrett in the Discord was like, hey, you should, mention that they had gotten the platinum in Indica. That also just came out on PS Plus Extra, I think. So I was like, hey, I've been meaning to get this game or play
Is
this
that the
game. So let's
weird
give it a
nun
shot.
game or something?
It is the Weird Nun game.
Okay,
Yeah, it's
great.
the Weird Nun game. I played it. It's pretty good. It
Yeah.
is maybe 3 hours. It's super short.
Oh wow.
It does, yeah, it does some really kind of quirky, weird, interesting things with gameplay because they, when you see it and all the things that they show, I think for the most part from like promotional materials, it's like kind of a third person walking sim type game. And that is mostly what it is, but that is not the only thing it
Hmm.
is, which I think is pretty cool. It's a challenging topic of like, what does it mean to be devout in your religion and kind of the way you think of that. So it is pretty interesting from that perspective. We don't get a lot of games about that. And there I have some, things that I found a little weird that happened in the sense of like there's some story beats that happen and then they're like, and then like 30 seconds later you're like back like with the person who you had this huge fight with and it's like everything is fine. You're like, but
Oh.
wait, that didn't I thought they were real like I thought
Yeah.
this was like, so there's a couple weird things that happen like that. But overall, for 3 hours, if you're looking for a nice little palate cleanser, pretty great. And then the last one, that little game that PlayStation decided to charge a whole bunch of money for, Lost Soul Aside, which has been in development for like 10 years. Very clearly uh, what do we say? A love letter to like Final Fantasy 15.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what I'll say. Is the game good? No. Is the game fun? It really can be. The combat's actually pretty good. I really have enjoyed the combat of the game. The world is fine. The dialogue and the voice acting and like the writing is varies between fine and cringy. It's never been good yet.
Yeah.
Uh so this is one of those situations that I think they may have bitten off a little more than they could chew as far as trying to make it this like cinematic action game.
Yeah.
And I think just making it a good action game, they would probably been just fine. So I think there just maybe was a now. With that being said, I appreciate the swing. Like they went for it. They really tried hard. It just didn't really hit in every ways. And there's some like weird things in the game that, from like an equipment perspective and stuff, that just don't really seem to make sense or like they're kind of finicky, but they don't seem to like benefit the gameplay or anything at all. So there's just some weird decisions made throughout. So sorry, really weird noises I was just hearing in my house. So overall, do I recommend the game? Not at all. Uh, am I gonna finish it? I mean, maybe eventually, but it is definitely on the back burner. Like,
Yeah.
I've probably played about 4 hours of it. I know it's not super super long. I think you can finish it in 12 to 15. But this is going to be like I got to be in the right mood. I'm not feeling like doing anything else, and then I might boot it up. It's still installed, so it's got that going for it. But
Sure.
it is definitely not a high priority. So Lost Soul aside, uh, maybe wait for a sale. My printer is freaking out. That's what
I
it
was gonna
is.
say you can investigate the noise if you
Oh,
want.
it's my printer. My printer's being all weird. It's like printing stuff, but I don't know why because I didn't print anything. Maybe there's a ghost who's
Ghost
using my
printer.
print. Yeah, ghost is using all of
I
my
gotta
my
get these.
pages and ink because it's so expensive. Because you have to have like memberships at printers these days.
Oh,
So
it's crazy.
the world's ridiculous. So anyway, that's the last game I've played by myself. So Lost Soul aside, yeah, maybe wait for a sale if you decide to get it at all. So
That sounds fair. I played about a half an hour of it, and I was like, I played too much.
what I will say is the first like maybe hour of the game was definitely like the worst part of the game that I played,
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
which doesn't help
Yeah,
because there's like this weird movement thing at the beginning where
yeah,
like you don't really feel like you're running like you should and you don't really feel like you're jumping like you should.
yeah,
But then some story things happen and like all of your movement gets better because spoilers, you get double jump and like all of this stuff happens
yeah.
where you just everything the movement just feels way better then. So I think kind of like almost like what they did is like they instead of like having like a jump animation and then a double jump animation, it's like they did the double jump animation but then just like cut off the
Cut
top
it.
of it. Like and that's just a single jump. So it just feels really weird.
Yeah.
Now with that being said, this is not like push through the first hour and you're gonna love it. I'm not saying
Oh
that.
no, no, I
I'm
know,
just
I
saying,
know.
yeah, I'm just saying it does get better,
Yeah,
but that we're talking like a 5 to like a 6. We're
yeah,
not talking like a 5 to like an 8. So
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. No, I hear you. I think if I'm gonna play a game, I started playing it, and I was like, I haven't kept playing Final Fantasy. Why? That's all I was thinking the whole time.
Yeah.
I should
Yeah,
just
for
go play
sure.
Final Fantasy. So,
All
which I
right.
still want to
So
get
Josh,
back to.
now it's all games that we've both played. Which one do you want to start with?
Let's start with let's okay. Sorry, I have some hot takes. Let's start with everybody's golf Hot Shots edition.
Everybody's golf hot shots. All right, Josh. Well,
Uh
tell me your thoughts. What are your hot takes?
no hot takes on Hot Shots. It's great. I
Okay.
really like it. It's like
Yeah.
I shouldn't say it's great. Okay, it's not a great game.
Hmm.
It's a good game,
Yeah.
but I have a lot of nostalgia for Hot Shots, and
Yeah.
it nails Hot Shots.
Hmm.
I got on the Switch. Apparently, I have it on everything now, but I
Yeah, you do.
intentionally bought it on the Switch. And something funny did happen where I guess the frames were messing with the shots, and I
Hmm.
didn't know it. So I was just getting good at the shots with bad frames.
Oh.
And then like a week later, a patch came out, and I was horrible because now my timing was off because I changed my timing for the game
Right.
because I played it enough that I had to do that.
Right.
So it's yeah. So there's been some hiccups, but for the most part, I'm really enjoying playing it. It's
Hmm.
just something I just like when I still have my PSP version of it. Like I play it like that. I pick it up when I have a half an hour and
Yeah.
I want to do something fun, and I know I'll have fun while I play, even when I'm frustrated.
Hmm.
But those shots, the bad shots are my bad shots. It's not the
Yeah.
game's fault. Well, it was before, but now it's not. Um, so yeah, I mean, I don't have a ton to say about it. It's more Hot Shots Golf. It's less everyone's golf. If people
Hmm.
tried to play that on PlayStation like 3 years ago, I didn't. I thought it was fine, but I didn't love the way the game was set up. So this is
Hmm.
more Hot Shots Golf, which is
Yeah.
just like pick what you want to do, you go do it. You don't have to fool around with a world environment.
For sure.
So I like it a lot. How about you?
I also like it pretty good. Pretty good. It is not perfect, as you mentioned. It's not like, I go and I play like around here and there, but it's not the game that is like fighting for my time right
Yeah,
now. I'm glad I have it. I'm glad I have the opportunity to play it. But similar to you, it's just like it's pretty good. Like it's filling a need. I've played, Hot Shots forever, right? This is one of those series that I've played most of the iterations in. But kind of like you mentioned, they did some really odd things, right? This is not Clap Hands who's making this. It's Bandai Namco who's doing this game, and there's just some kind of like weird choices they made as far as like the controls that are like if you like have it's a perfect, like memory of like, oh, when I jump in, I just automatically do these things for the controls. Like they're not all the same. Like some of the buttons are different for what they do, how the things move. They don't quite feel identical. So that muscle memory just isn't quite there. What I will say is, I am worse at this game than I have been at most Hot Shots games in a long time. But I don't think that's a bad thing. That's my fault. It's not the game's fault. I do feel like the game is slightly less forgiving than the past iterations have. They've never been easy. I just have a harder time hitting good shots. And like I said, I think that's just because I'm worse at video games than I used to be. But so I'm not scoring as well as I used to, but I'm still enjoying it. I'm still having fun. I still feel like I'm the one who messed up, kind of like you said. I never feel like the game really cheated me on anything.
Yeah.
So enjoying it. If you like a kind of an arcadey golf game that's a little challenging, that you could grind for ever if you wanted to unlock everything, because my goodness, does stuff like unlock slowly. Um, you could have a lot of fun with this game for a really long time. But yeah, if you're looking for a really easy pick up and play golf game, easy in the sense of it's quick to get into, quick to get out of, it's a great fit. If you're looking for a game that you can just jump in and dominate, probably not this one unless you've played a ton of them in the
Yeah.
past, because it might be slightly more challenging than you expect, but overall still solid. So
Agreed.
what do you got next, sir?
Me next. Let's do. We could play Raft. I thought we were gonna
Yeah.
switch back and forth. Raft. We've been playing Raft. We started playing. Raft is a game I've wanted to play for maybe years.
Oh wow. Okay.
Just I've had a passing interest. I watched like Bruce Green stream it a bunch, and I was like, "This looks like so much fun."
Mm-hmm.
And we weren't really doing the casual games like we have been with our gaming group. So I
Right.
was finally like, eventually, there's going to be a point where I'll play this game. And I had been asking my wife, and she was interested. We just never pulled the trigger.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally, I ran it by Kyle. I was like, "Oh, I saw that it just came out on consoles, I think, and
Mm-hmm.
it's not expensive on Steam." So we grabbed it, and we've been playing the two of us. We started the two of us.
Mm-hmm.
We've also played with our friends, Kevin, Lucas, and Gabe. So we've had up to 5 people playing, and I don't know what it is about it. It's a pretty simplistic game where you start off on a raft. I know we're playing in easy mode, peaceful mode.
We are.
We can bump that up. We'll see if how much that changes. But essentially, you're collecting sea trash and uh, building your boat up to
Yeah.
bigger, better things. And you can build a sail. You can sail around. You can go to islands.
Mm-hmm.
You can craft spears and hunt and kill and fish and all these things. Essentially, for anyone who's ever played a survival game, this is not something that's new to them.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never really found one I really have enjoyed to the degree I'm enjoying our time with Raft. So I'm having a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, I would agree. I think Raft it's a pretty fun, chill game. If you're with the way we're playing it, I like you said, if we ramp up the difficulty a little bit, kind of turn off those knobs, I think it might be a little bit more challenging.
Yeah,
You know, there's a shark that follows you everywhere, and right now we can just jump in the water and swim around. He doesn't do
swim right
anything.
with him.
So yeah, I mean, I've stabbed him with a spear before, and he doesn't even attack me. So
Yeah,
like he's pretty chill. But it is fun. I was talking to another person I play games with, and I mentioned that I was playing it, and they're like, "Oh, I played that game too. I loved it." And then I mentioned the part that we had like right where we ended last time,
yeah.
and he's like, "Oh, I never even knew that existed in the game. I never got that
Oh,
far." And I was like, "Oh, spoiler! Sorry for a game that came out in like 2018 originally.
yeah,
My
yeah,
bad, my bad." But yeah, it's really good. It's just a fun, chill time. You can kind of decide like what you want to focus on. Like, I have always been really bad at survival games, like Don't Starve and all those things, like just
yeah,
horrible at them. I never know what to do or the order I'm supposed to do it in, and everything seems so convoluted to me. So it is nice to have other people you can talk to about it, and even Don't Starve together. When I played that with other people, it's just absolutely horrendous at it.
yeah,
I was like, I'm just gonna chop down these trees and hopefully we need this wood for something, because I'm like, I don't know what else to do.
yeah,
But yeah, so it is a good time. It can be very non-punishing. My guess would be though that if we crank that up, would guess this game could be about as punishing as you want it to be.
yeah,
So
for sure.
yeah, cool. All right, Josh, tell me about Sonic Racing CrossWorlds.
Boy, Sonic Racing Crossworlds is a racing game that is undeniable.
It is.
Yeah, it's Sonic Mario Kart. And it's good. uh, I really like. I like. It's fast. Obviously, that's what they're
Mhm.
going for. It feels fast, very appropriately. I got this game for my son, really. Um, but when he had asked for it, I was like, I'm not getting that for you. You can't just get a game every time you want a game. And then, of course, I got it for him anyways. Uh, uh, so yeah, it has a lot of characters to choose from.
Yeah.
They do a thing in the races where you have rivals, which are other characters, which
Hmm.
if you beat all of the rivals at least once, you unlock um, Supersonic, I believe, is what it's going to be. They don't really tell you, but they give you a silhouette
It
of
seems like that's what's gonna be.
what
Yeah.
it's going to be. Um, but yeah, the controls feel great. It feels really nice and tight and fast, and the power ups are unique enough that they, while they are pretty much the same as Mario Kart, they feel different.
Hmm.
And so instead of green shells, you have green boxing gloves and
Hmm.
red boxing gloves, and
Yeah.
the ghosts are a little bit more vindictive in this one than they are in Mario Kart.
Oh my gosh.
Uh, and I really like that these cross-world portals pop up in these matches. So they do the formula like Mario Kart World, where you do a circuit. It has 3 courses. You don't race to them per se, but the final race is all of the races together.
Hmm.
But while you're doing the individual races, there are points where the person who in first place will ultimately get to a cross world point. And you can either choose the map that they show you visibly, or there's a question mark map. And then you just get your middle mini map in between your race. And I've seen a ton of crazy different levels, which are super cool. We've been inside casinos. We've been in like a Tron area. We've
Hmm.
been in a Pac-Man area,
Yeah, I think
which
there's
is
like
like fuzzy
15.
Pac-Man. It's very weird.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cool stuff that we have run into. So they did a really good job with that. Really, yeah, like a Candy Crush stolen from Disney's, like from Wreck It Ralph
Hmm.
level, like all these things. There's a lot of stuff that really makes it fun. Yeah, I mean, and there's customization. You have to use vouchers that you get by completing levels, by winning, by getting red stars, and you can use those vouchers to buy new tires and parts of your car and stuff.
Hmm.
And something that is interesting that I think, I don't remember if the last Sonic Racing games had this or not, but instead of just picking a character that doesn't mean anything and then a car that has all of the stats, in this game, a character has stats and a car has stats, and they're different.
Hmm.
So if you pick Sonic who has high speed and low acceleration, you might want to pick a car with high acceleration. So they do that as well. So there is a little bit more depth if you're looking for it, but I don't think it's ultimately required to win races unless
Yeah.
maybe you're playing online.
What difficulty are you playing this on?
Uh, like I'm playing with my son, so the first race we did was super speed,
Because there's
or
like three. There's basically three. There's like
it's
easy,
basically
medium.
we started on basically 100 cc,
Okay.
and he wanted to go down to 50, but it was kind of a bummer because I noticed when we complete the
Hmm.
100 cc's, it completes it in the 50 for you,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I was like, oh, we should just be so. But at least it'll give him more replayability and
Yeah.
it'll get him better. But we
Yeah.
started in the middle,
Yeah.
which I think
How
is
did you
great.
feel? So I am not much of a kart racer. I haven't
Yeah.
played a ton of these. Jumping into this, what I can tell you is this helped me. This clarified for me and shown for me how little I know about the Sonic franchise. So I'm like, I don't know
Oh,
who like almost any of these
yeah.
people are.
Yeah.
Because I was like, you told me you got it. I was like, well, I'm gonna try it, right? So I was playing it today. Um, I am playing on the middle difficulty. This is this is more challenging than I anticipated it was
Yeah.
going to be. It's no joke, and I'm doing okay. Like
Yeah.
I'm not doing horribly because I'm someone who does not like driving games generally. But it is definitely like I have to stay like engaged the whole time, right? Like I
Yes.
can't really just kind of like ignore something because I do feel that the power ups, like you mentioned, like sometimes they are really devastating.
Hmm.
Like very like you'll go from first to fifth or sixth, like when you're right next to right at the
Right at
finish
the
line.
finish line. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
and so
yeah.
it is pretty devastating sometimes. And I know like that happens in Mario Kart and there is rubber banding in Mario Kart, but I feel like no one is ever quite far like super far behind in this. Like
Yes.
everyone like if you make a mistake, like you will can very quickly go from first to fifth. Whereas in Mario Kart, I felt like yes, there was some rubber banding, but it was like there might be like one person behind you, but
Yeah.
not like the entire race right behind
Yes.
you, right?
Correct. Yep.
And maybe it's different now, but with that being said, I really like this game, Josh. It's really fun.
Good. I'm
it
glad to hear
it
that.
yeah, the music is bopping, and which
Yeah.
I know the music sonic music has tended to be very good. But the music is great. Like those CrossWorlds are over the top and really cool and really
Yeah.
fun. Even the regular like races, like the regular maps so far have been wonderful. And I haven't played a ton of it, but I am really enjoying it. I do not know if I'm going to enjoy so much. Like, am I going to get to a point where I have to really like think about and invest in like what car and what racer?
Yeah.
Like, is that going to be something I have to really, really care about? We'll see if that is, if that's something I stick with. But right now, I'm pleasantly surprised by how much I enjoyed it by
Good.
playing it today. So we'll see how much I continue to. Erica walked by while I was playing it, and she's like, "Can we play that together?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's 2 player. Like, we can." And she's like, maybe we'll play that this week." So she's even interested just in seeing
Yeah.
me play it, that she wants to play, because we played a little bit, not a ton, but we played some Disney Speedstorm, and she really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
So
It's pretty similar to Speedstorm, I think, vibe
yeah,
wise,
yeah. So it did remind me of that, just from like kind of like the
in the
audacity of the
music.
levels and like how big and over the top things are, which
Yeah,
is
and there's a
Speedstorm.
crack in Crossworlds, so it's very much
Right,
like
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Speedstorm.
So, but yeah, so no, I was pleasantly surprised at how much I enjoyed it. So,
Nice.
all right, Josh, last one, Hades 2.
We skipped Borderlands 4.
Oh shoot, Borderlands 4. Let's talk about Borderlands 4 first then. Let's do Borderlands 4.
Borderlands
So many
4.
games we've played, Josh.
I gotta tell you, we played together.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun.
Uh-huh.
I have not had any fun since we've played. I really
Oh
do
no.
not like this game at all.
Really? Okay, you
Uh,
don't like it at all, eh?
I'm struggling to like it. I find myself forcing myself to look for joy and
Sure.
fun, and I think it's the open world aspect of it
Okay.
and the terrible map system where
Yeah,
the
the map's not
waypoints
great.
are so bad.
Yeah.
They're like, "Hey, we'll give you this really cool tool to use," and like you're like, "Okay, great. Where am I at on this line? Where's this dot? Is this dot the end? Where's it going to? What's this blue one?
Yeah.
Am I going to the gold? Am I going to the blue?"
Right.
And then I follow it, and it's a place I just did like last time I played, but it was like still active or some for some reason or something,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
I end up doing the same thing 3 times in a row. I'm still using the one of the guns I started the game with. I have not been finding any good guns.
What level are you?
I don't know. I'd have to look, but I'm probably level 9 or 10.
Oh, okay. So you're still like super early.
I guess I've put a lot of hours into
Okay, maybe not.
it.
Maybe not.
I don't know. I just maybe I'm higher level. I haven't been paying attention to my level. I think maybe I'm just Borderlands out. I'm just over that. Maybe I was hoping they'd changed their gun system or their
Yeah.
shield system or their grenade system. That's all the same. It's just
Hmm.
like I'm just very like kind of bored of it. No pun intended. Um, I'm hoping that comes back. I do really want to like this game and enjoy it more. And I think maybe once I unlock like a vehicle or something
Oh,
where
so
I'm
you don't
not
even have the
just
vehicle yet?
huffing it
Oh, okay.
everywhere.
Yeah.
But because it's open world, I just keep doing all these random missions. I'm not like on a beeline to vehicle. I don't even know what that is.
Just do the golden path.
Just yeah.
Just main,
So
yeah, do the main, yeah, just do the main story and you'll get it.
yeah. So yeah. So maybe I'll turn around. Maybe it'll turn around for me. I have no intention of stopping, but there's just so many other games that are vying for my attention right now that are more appealing
Yeah.
to me. So unfortunately, I think I'm in the minority because
I
I
don't
think
know if that's totally true.
I think the people who don't like it don't like it for different reasons.
Sure. Okay, that could be. Yeah,
So
that could be.
I think I want to be liking it. So I feel bad
Yeah.
that I don't, but I'm hoping that you do. I'm hoping that
Yeah,
you're liking it.
I'm having a great time with
Good.
Borderlands 4.
Yep.
I am probably level, oh gosh, 17, 18, 19, 20, maybe something like that.
Okay.
I think I have 18 hours or something in, 20 hours in that I've played.
Nice.
I'm having a good time. I was a little bit struggling at the beginning, like you had mentioned, Josh, and then I was reading a little bit about it, and people were like, for the most part, they're like, you can do a side mission or two if like you just kind of want to grind some stuff. They're like, but you should pretty much just do the story because everything level scales. So like you're not going to be like under leveled if you just do the story.
Yeah.
And basically, I've kind of been just doing the main story, and then as I like progress through the main story and I'm traveling through the world, if there are like fast travel spots that are like I'm going by, like I'm doing the stuff to unlock those, so I have them. But I'm really not, or and then maybe like anything like right in that area I'll do, but then I just kind of continue on with the main path, which for me is very challenging because that's not how I usually play open world games. I stop and I do like everything,
Yeah.
like in that area, and people are like pretty much just don't. They're like just keep playing, like like if you just main path it, with doing maybe a thing here or there, that you'll finish the main story around like level 30 to 35, with
Okay.
50's the cap.
Yeah.
And they're like, then go back and start doing side missions, because then obviously your drops will be better,
Yeah.
as far as like what you're getting,
That
since
makes
those
sense.
caches that you get for the rewards are locked to the level you are when you get them.
Right.
So yeah, so they're like, do that. So I've been having a good time. I do think there are some, and I think this is part of it too, what the good and the bad for me of Borderlands is the weapon system and all the different guns and like how ridiculous they are. That is both the best part of the game and the worst part of the game.
Yeah.
Because when you have
Yeah.
a gun you like, the game is phenomenal. It's so fun. But if you can't keep that gun leveled up, or like you kind of get past level or it's super effective and you can't, but you're not finding another one that you like the same, it just kind of feels sloggy to play through.
Yeah.
And I'm a person who, like, from a manufacturer perspective, I've always liked Jacob's guns. Like, they just are the thing that like I like the most, and I feel like that's a lot of people are like that. Ricochets on crits and all that good stuff is awesome. And especially with the character I'm playing, since I'm playing Rafa, like he does a whole bunch of things of like crits do additional damage, and crits can reflect again. Like, so there's just all of this like layering, but it's like there have been times where I just have no Jacob's guns that are like like at all viable, right?
Yeah.
Because they're
Yeah.
so low level. And I just got to a point where I think 3 of my 4 guns are Jacobs. So things are like really, really fun right now.
Nice.
And even like under level guns that are a little under level, because of like how my build is going, they still feel usable. And there's just a lot of like, what they have confirmed though, which is kind of people have been like kind of doing the research on this. Whatever character you're playing, you tend to get less stuff for them.
Yeah. Of course.
So then
To
you have
make
to
you
like
go
send
play
stuff to
more.
your vault for like your future playthroughs for your other characters. It's like,
Yeah.
just give me the thing for the character I'm playing, please. Like,
Yeah.
please.
I'm begging.
Um, but and there are things like the throwing knives are really fun. Like, I just something about just chucking those like halfway across the map and nailing people. It's just fun. But I could see though where this, I don't think, would work for everyone for sure. Once you get a vehicle, I will say I was really frustrated running around everywhere until I got the
Yeah.
vehicle, which is why the people are like, just do the main path to get the vehicle to make things way better. And it does. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's still kind of the thing I'm going back to. Granted, once Ghost of Yotai releases here, this Borderlands 4 is going to take a back burner at
Yeah.
that point. So, all right, Josh. Now Hades 2. Let's talk about
Now
Hades 2. That's going
Hades.
to be like an hour of just talking about games. This is amazing, Josh.
Yeah. Yeah. I hope people agree. Hades too. Yeah. Should I be the one who starts talking about this?
I think you should, just because I have like done like 2 or 3 runs.
That's okay.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
So I did get an achievement. What was cool is, I I updated my Steam
Mm-hmm.
game, and I launched into the game, so I didn't have to pay any more money for it. So I got it,
Mm-hmm.
um same price when I got it early access, and all these achievements started popping up, and I was like, oh, this is so nice. And I was just sitting there in my den in the game, my in-game den, and I'm just watching my achievements pop up, and I'm like, oh yeah, I did that. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So it was great. That was a lot of fun. But um, I opened up. There's so much more stuff opened up to me. All this end game stuff opened up. Stuff I was not. Stuff that I hadn't even seen yet. Now I have 90 hours locked.
Wow.
And I want to say, just today, I just told my wife, just today, something changed in a fight that I always experience
Uh-huh.
for the first time
Wow.
of it ever changing.
Dang.
So this game is so deep that there's stuff still changing
Yeah.
with that much time in and with how far I am into the game.
Mhm.
Whereas, like, let me know if you can hear my wife's playing Harry Potter Hogwarts Legacy at like 11 volume. So if you hear it in the background, let me
No,
know and I'll
not at
just
all.
tell her to lower it.
No, it's fine.
Um, uh, it's like I hear people screaming and firebolts being shot. Um, shoot. So I think my escape runs are, I'm at like 110 right now. I think is my escape runs. Um, I didn't look. I was trying to see if it showed me how many. Like Hades 1 shows you successful attempts.
Mhm.
I didn't see that for Hades 2, but I wanted to have that number with me just as an example. But yeah, I will say because the reviews have been out for anyone who has played Hades, and I didn't want to intentionally. I don't think I spoiled this when we talked about Hades 2 in the past. Um, but one of the big things that Hades 2 does that's different from Hades is you have two choices on paths when you
Mhm.
go. You can go up or you can go down. You're not just going in one area. And
Mhm.
each location offers different challenges. So it's essentially doubling Hades like
Yeah.
chamber runs, if not even more, because I think some of the chambers are longer in Hades 2 than they are. But yeah, having it's funny. So there's two different ways people say Malinui or Malinu. I'm not going to say it right, but there's another. Some gods call her one way, and some gods call her the other way.
Oh,
So I
okay.
always struggle to say how I want to say her name,
Mhm.
but I always say Malinui. And she has this casting circle, which is different from what you get in Hades.
Mhm.
Um, but otherwise, it's very much similar to combat style
Yeah.
Hades. You have your weapons that you get to choose from as you unlock them, and you can upgrade them, and you can get different versions of them, different aspects of other people. So, like in Hades, there's like the Excalibur one
Mhm.
and things like that. And in this one, they focus more typically on gods and demigods for aspects. You're not going to find like Excalibur, I don't think, in this.
Mhm.
But you do find an interesting one, which I'll leave out, of course. But I could go on talking about Hades for hours. I want to hear your initial thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I've only done I think 3 runs. And I bought a Steam Deck,
That's
not
right, you did.
exclusively just to play this game, but it was definitely the thing that like kind of pushed me over the top because I was like, I'm not gonna get a Switch 2 anytime soon. And there's so many like small indie games on Steam that I want to be playing that I have just historically not played because I've always been like, I don't want to sit at my computer and play games. Well, guess what? With the Steam Deck, I don't have to. So I bought a Steam Deck. This is the first game I played on it, and so far it's great. I genuinely believe that Supergiant is one of, if not the best developers out there.
Yeah,
They have never missed on any game they've ever delivered. All of their games are bangers. And I don't know what is the secret sauce. I did read a thing the other day that, when the studio first started, there was kind of like like everyone is still there. No
yeah,
one's left. They've grown now. There's 25 of them, I think, total who work at the studio. But even then, right? Like to think about how, like you talked about, like how deep the game is. They the style that they have is just so appealing and interesting and nuanced, and the music obviously is so good, and just the voice. I mean, they just hit on every level with
yeah,
what they do. And it's easy to say to AAA developers, like, when you see a game like Clair Obscur and you see things like Hades 2, and you're like, look what when you just let creators create,
yeah,
right? And like do their thing. But also, right, like 25 people, it's quite a bit of smaller studio than, what Naughty Dog is, right? Like there's a
yes,
little bit of a difference as far as the risk, between those. That's not saying that, they shouldn't let them cook and do their thing, but um It is still slightly different, so I don't think it's a 1-to-1, but I really do think that Supergiant is one of, if not the best studios in the business, and that not that they can quote unquote do no wrong, but whatever they do, I'm always down for. And like I said, 3 runs in, but so far loving it. So
Great.
this is Josh. This is why I was talking about, like, man, such a good year for games.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. I didn't. I'm surprised it came out this year, so I'm glad it did because
Yeah,
it could have went into the next year.
absolutely. All right. Well, hey, that's basically an hour of us talking about games. And
Yeah,
Josh,
it
well, I know
is.
you say, like, hey, I hope the listeners appreciate that because, like, ooh, that's a long time. There are whole podcasts that, like, we'll do a review for one game that take an hour. So
Yeah, please. I'm sure that they do, but that's just me beating myself up person.
I'm just excited that we're able to play so many games, Josh, because that doesn't always happen.
I know that's true.
All
That
right.
is
Well,
true.
with that, we're going to kind of transition and we'll start chit chatting about a little news and kind of assorted things. But we'll start with some board game things, just a few kind of slightly quick hitters here. First off, people are being a little silly and dumb about buying Magic cards. Are we surprised? This is from the fine folks over at ICV2. Magic the Gathering Cosmic Soul Stone sells for $19,500 on eBay. So the story says a cosmic treatment, the Soul Stone card from Magic the Gathering Marvel Spider-Man set has sold for $19,500 on eBay days after another Soul Stone sold for $15,000. The world of selling Strike While the Iron is Hot non-serialized singles cards is getting weird out there, which I love the fact that that's a
Yeah.
sentence in a story. On September 21st, 2025, a Cosmic Soul Stone, an ultra rare version of the Soul Stone found in Marvel Spider-Man, sold twice for $15,000. The two sales were from the same eBay profile with a 0% positive feedback and a 0 rating.
Oh, so
But
it's a
this
scam.
but the sales were tagged with an authenticity guarantee, meaning eBay authenticators will guarantee the item is real.
So they sold it to their brother.
The picture included in the listing seemed to be the exact same card in the same holder position differently on the same table. So it's unclear whether both sales went through or whether this is just an incident where a novice seller doubled up a listing. The $19,500 sale came on September 25th. This time the seller had a feedback rating of 15 with 0% positive feedback as a seller, but the item was also tagged with an authenticity guarantee. There's yet another Cosmic Soul Stone listed on eBay for $25,000, which seems to have a better presentation with a video and a seller with 100% positive feedback and an actual recorded sale of an item on the platform. They go on to say that, these non-serialized cards are rare as they appear in less than 1% of collector boosters. However, it is thus far unclear what the exact print run of collector booster packs is. Based on the other similar sets like Lord of the Ring, the print run is likely in the millions after mass retailers get their share of collector booster products. So there could be under 100 of these cards out there, or there could be thousands. So, also, Josh,
Wild.
didn't the set technically come out on the 24th?
Yes.
So how are they selling it on
Just
the
came out.
21st?
So they had this. They had the pre-release.
So, yeah, which I guess that is possible. The pre-release was before.
But I
But
bought
anyway,
the pre-release. So listen, I bought pre-release box
yeah.
after the regular set came out.
Uh-huh.
And I got it with this awesome Spider-Man die
Yeah.
and 6 packs for $40.
Oh, that's a really good deal, actually.
Yeah, because today I bought 2 packs at $8 a piece.
Woo.
So pretty good deal.
Yeah. Um. So, Josh, what do you think? $19,500 for this card that
You
may or
don't
may
know
not
if it's
actually
good
be
or
all that
not.
rare.
Well, I'll tell you, out of all my packs of Spider-Man so far, I haven't gotten any Infinity Stones. I know that doesn't mean anything. Yeah, it's kind of crazy that essentially someone who isn't someone just decided the value of this. It's a one, and the cost is 1 in 1, so it's a low cost card. You don't even know it. I'm sure it says on the back what it
Yeah,
does.
it's a one in a
One
a
in a
black.
black,
Yeah.
like so. It's not. I don't know. It just seems silly.
Yeah, it does seem a little silly. So
But
that's for
I
sure.
mean, I did go to a card show today and see like $400 Pokemon cards in single card sleeves. So
Well, there you go.
uh, that whole world is crazy.
Yeah. Um, I will say I'm really surprised my Elsa Spirit of Winter, the enchanted card from Lorcana,
Yeah,
is still almost $1,000.
really.
Yeah.
Sell it.
So we've talked about selling it. So yeah, it still bounces between like 850 and 950.
I should check
So
the cost of my enchanted ones too. I haven't
yeah.
looked recently.
So but and that even still is really expensive, but $19,500 for a thing that may or may not be kind of rare.
Yeah, at least wait until someone confirms, like, oh yeah, there's only 10 of them.
Yeah, right? Yeah. So just man, Magic is so crazy and I really thought I was like out until that darn PlayStation set
Yeah,
that they
yeah,
announced and I was like, shoot, now I'm probably
the Furby set didn't get you. It was
the Furby
the
set didn't get
PlayStation
me.
one.
I know there's like a Dwight Schrute card you can buy
Yeah,
or soon, like so they're doing so much weird stuff out there. But
yeah,
yeah.
but Spider Man's where they draw the line. I mean,
Yeah,
that's a
everyone's
callback to
really
our
angry about the
Discord chat.
Spider-Man set, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. At least the nice thing about the PlayStation stuff is all secret layer,
Yes.
which does mean you can be like a little more guaranteed in what you're getting. You can kind of pick what you want to order. My guess is since they're doing like multiple properties that they'll have like the sets of like the
Yeah, they're
five
going to be
cards from
individual sets. I saw.
yeah. Yep. So like the 5 cards from The Last of Us, the 5 cards from God of War,
Yeah.
um, or something similar to that is what I would assume they would do. And
Yeah,
then we're
I
still
had
like,
to look up that Horizon one. So you'll buy them like I have my Evil Dead one.
mhm.
It's so you buy them. There'll be one just for Last of Us, one just for
Oh, because
Horizon,
they've shown for The
one.
Last of Us, they've shown a couple cards, a couple
No,
different
not
ones.
one card, but one set.
Oh, right. Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
they will always be the same card inside.
Yep, yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, which and those are both the prices for those, unless they change, are both like reasonable and unreasonable, if that makes sense, right? If you're just like a one-off thing you buy one time for $40 or whatever, it's not the end
yeah.
of the world. But if you're like, oh, I want to buy all the sets,
All
suddenly
right,
it's very
crazy.
expensive, right?
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah, but yeah, man, Magic cards. That world, I just tell you, people be out there whiling on that stuff. That's for sure. Hey, in separate news, but kind of, I guess, fun, better news. I don't know. Asmodee did a study to find out why people like board games. Josh,
Hmm.
and this is from the folks over at ICV2. And this study was done between July 7th, 2025 and July 24th, 2025. So pretty recent. 8,001 consumers from the general public. And this was done in by the British Polling Council. So we assume mostly Great Britain, is who was reached out to as far as that goes. The study found out that over 25% of people in the surveyed group played board games at least once a week. Does that surprise you, Josh? With that number, 25% of the 8,000 people surveyed said they play board games at least once a week.
No, it doesn't. I mean, that used to be what I used to do, so it doesn't surprise me.
Gotcha. You know what's crazy about that, Josh? Is technically I couldn't say that.
What's did they give it? They didn't give you demographic though, huh?
They did not.
Because I'd be
I tried to
curious.
find the actual study and I couldn't find it, but maybe I could dig through
Oh,
Asmodee's.
millennials, 29 to 44. Oh, that wasn't for that. That wasn't for that
Yeah,
answer.
that's
Okay,
just
all right.
they were just that. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's
something
separate
separate.
thing. Sorry.
Yeah, nope, you're
Yeah,
good.
because I feel like if I asked you that question 10 years ago, do you think you play?
Oh, then yes,
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah.
yeah,
So and the not playing it. I mean, if I average like if it's like this weekend, playing Lord of the Rings Duel, like we've played it 4 times. So then do I say that, well, technically over the course of months, I would average to once a week? I don't know. That was
well,
like
it
30
would
minutes. That was like
average,
2 hours of
yeah.
gaming, like, so that's where it gets weird. It also found that 64% of participants turn to games to bring their families together.
Yeah, yeah.
And 53% seek out board games as a form of escapism from overwhelming news.
Oh, I'm the opposite of that, but I understand that. When I'm dealing with things like that, I am under the impression that I am no fun, and I do not wish to inflict that on other people. So I avoid. And my friends will tell you that, like, they're like, do you want to like, hey, do you want to get together and come play? I'm like, I don't want to be around anybody right
Yeah,
now. Because I just, yeah, I understand. I'm a very like high emotional person, so I know that I have the tendency to do that. So I try to avoid
gotcha,
those situations.
gotcha. I mean, in that situation though, you could play a solo board game as escapism.
Yeah, no, I mean in those situations, either I'm playing a video game or I'm in
Hmm.
bed.
Yeah, sure. And now that I read more, this study was conducted in the UK, the US, France, and Sweden,
Yeah,
because they go on to say in the US, the number of participants using board games as escapism was higher at 65%.
we gotta escape.
It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people. Um, and as you said, Josh, millennials, who include people ages 29 and 44, were also noted as particularly tabletop game fans that play tabletop games as frequently as they watch/read the news.
Oh.
And it also mentioned that 41% of the millennial group experienced joy during gameplay, which is more than any other
That's
generation.
very funny.
All right, so just some fun things I thought there. I am going to see if I can find the actual study because I'm a nerd like that, but I just
Yeah.
thought that was a nice little write up from ICV too about it. Basically, I guess in some ways, confirming what we thought. People play games to have fun
Yes.
and escape
Well,
things too,
particularly millennials, but maybe not everybody.
but maybe not everyone. Yeah, indeed. All right, Josh. So then, as a very, very brief board game topic here, the Essen Spiel or Spiel des Essen is around the corner, running at towards the end of October, and it'll take place prior to our next recording. I think the October 23rd to the 26th, and obviously Essen Spiel is the largest board game convention in the world. So we want to take just a hot minute to kind of maybe point out 3 games or so that we're really interested in that are going to be at the Essen Spiel. So we're using the Board Game Geek list that they have over there, that just I have it sorted and filtered by like the quote unquote hotness. So those with the most like thumbs up of what people are interested in. And just kind of picking out like 3. Josh, would you like to go first? Would you like me to go first? What are your feelings, sir?
I can go first if you want.
Yeah, go for it. What's the kind of one game,
All right.
pick me one. What's one game we're interested in?
So there's a game that I picked that I think looks pretty. I just really love the art for this, and that game is Echoes of Time.
Yeah.
According to BGG, this page, it's create your fellowship to conquer the sources of power and control the flow of time. Well, a few things. One, it has the bigger card style I like,
Mm-hmm.
and the art like very similar to like maybe like a dark Everdell kind of
Yeah.
look to it. They have lands and things like that as well, but not knowing really anything about the game other than that, I'm really just drawn to pretty like simplistic setup too. Like it's just cards and deck and boards for players.
Mm-hmm.
So I like the idea of probably a quick setup, quick put away game.
Right.
I do crave those in my life. Uh, oh, I meant to tell you, I should have put it in our Discord. I saw that Dead Cells was like $50 today,
Oh
the
yeah.
board game, and I meant to share that because that is a long put away game, uh, for sure. But yeah, Echoes of Time looks really cool to me. I'm interested to learn more about it, and I don't think I know Cranio Creations
Mm,
as a studio, um, but I'm interested to check it out.
very cool. Yeah, I will say the art on that game is quite striking for
Yeah.
sure. So Josh, one for me is the game Sanctuary, which is
Okay.
probably no surprise. It is kind of like an offshoot, if you would, or a reimagining or re-implementation of Arc Nova.
Oh,
It's designed by Matthias Wiggy, same designer, and it's kind of again you're building a zoo, and kind of focusing on conservation, but this is much more of like a hexagon gridded hand management, like building like you're kind of building a zoo like on this hexagon board where each like um the kind of the cards you were using before are now like these hexes that you like kind of place together as far as that goes. So this is available for pre-order in the US right now through Capstone. I think it will be available to purchase at Spiel, But yeah, I had not pre-ordered this yet. I've thought about it. I've gone back and forth on it because I'm a huge fan of Ark Nova.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe this is silly of me, but I sometimes like am hesitant to buy a game if I think it might replace a game that I have because then it's like, what do I do with that other game? You know?
Yeah.
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 But it looks really good. Like I said, I liked what the one other game the designer has done. So Sanctuary is one that I'm definitely keeping an eye on. So what's the other one for you, Josh?
All right. So this is uh purely out of wanting to get my son into more games.
Uh huh.
Um, the game Aquaria. Have you seen this one?
I don't think I have.
So you're essentially building an aquarium as you play through the game, and has real pictures of fish on the cards, but they all have
Yeah.
abilities on them. And there's two main boards in the middle, but your player board is essentially a fish tank. It's kind of similar setup to like the Wingspan board, except there's an extra row.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I'll be curious if it works the same way. But you're setting up an aquarium, um, and this is right down my family's interests. So I'm hoping that it is a cool, good game.
Man, Thomas Holick is like knocking it out of the park because like last year was the first year he really had any games published.
He
And he
did
had
SETI,
Tea
right?
Garden, SETI, and Galileo Galilei
Oh,
all.
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, and now he has Aquaria this year, and then he has like Below Asylum, I think, coming like next year. Like this man, who went from like nothing to like everywhere, like very, very quickly, which is cool. Like, and
Yeah.
his games seem to be really good. So, that's awesome. The next game for me, probably not surprising, maybe, is the White Castle Duel.
Yeah.
I have never had the chance to play White Castle. It seems really cool. People seem to really like it. It's a game that's always been on my short list, but sometimes when you're just two people, it gets harder to get into those other games. But hey, if you're gonna give me a dual version of it, which seems to be the hotness lately, I'm down.
Yeah.
So happy to kind of give the White Castle duel a shot. Um, I think not having ever played the White Castle, I think I'm still okay to do this. But yeah, definitely something I'm interested in. People love the original game, so hey, let's give the two-player version a shot. Really looking forward to it. So,
Nice.
what's a final game for you, sir?
My final game again is this is a curiosity game, but I'll tell you what, I really want a pirate game. I'm really interested in a pirate game
Mm-hmm.
that works for me. And this game, Fortunes of Scoundrel Bay, looks
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
very cool. I really like the look of the map. Um, I like the pawns. The art for the characters is really cool. I'm very curious to see how it plays and see how these player boards work. Um, I really wish we didn't. I'm trying to remember the Plaid Hat game one, the pirate one. We've
Forgotten Waters
Forgotten Waters, Forbidden Waters.
or Forbidden Waters, yeah.
We've started playing it, and we never played it again. And I really had a fun time with that. So I'm still chasing something that's going to get me into this, and this might be the game. It looks really cool. I'm excited to see more about it.
Awesome. There are some games that like are going to be there that are on this list that like Clans of Caledonia. I have the Kickstarter coming to me soon, so I think I should be getting that in the
Nice.
next month or soon. And I really want to play like Galactic Cruise is on Kickstarter right now that I may or may not back. Luthier just came out recently, and like I really want that too.
Yeah.
But those are all like past things. So looking at a future thing, I have no idea if this game is going to be any good or not because the person who designed it has designed a couple other games, but none of them are super, super highly rated. And that is the game Revenant. Uh, a big reason I'm interested in this game is really the Ian O'Toole art because it looks incredible. But and it's a heavy, chunky Euro game,
Hmm.
and the company who's publishing it, Mind Clash has done. They're the ones who did like Anachrony and Voidfall and like some other
Oh,
like
okay.
really well-known games. And obviously, publishers don't mean necessarily that the game is going to be good because they can publish some misses too. But this game just looks really impressive. The board and the table presence is significant and huge. it just is a really kind of meaty, cool looking worker placement game that takes place in space, and I'm down for that. So I don't, like I said, it was a Kickstarter. I didn't back it then. I'm hoping the game is going to be good because it looks really cool. But Revenant is definitely one that I'm going to be keeping an eye on to see if it turns out to be any good. So
Cool. I like the ships.
yeah, right. It looks really neat. So
Did you see Queen's Gambit came out on Kickstarter, I believe? Queen's Gambit, that's not right. Is it Queen's
I was like, there
Dilemma?
was a Queen's Gambit game already.
Queen's Dilemma.
Oh, is it on? Is it, how many players is it?
Oh yeah, it's probably have the same problem as it late pledge. It closed. It's probably has the same problem as King's Dilemma.
Yeah, because Queen's Dilemma was a minimum 3.
Yeah. Yeah. Same 3 to 6.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
yeah, it's a
Bummer.
no-go for me instantly. Again, if
Yeah, I
games
know.
need to do that, do that. But I don't buy 3 player minimum games. I just can't justify it. So
Yeah, I hear you.
yeah, but cool. Well, hey, there's like 1,200 other games on the hotness list. So those are just 6 from us. But go, like I said, out on the Board Game Geek page. It's kind of one of their you'll start seeing now as we're getting closer, people bringing out their like most anticipated lists, and there's a lot of interesting things out there. So take the time to take a look, see what's going on. A lot of neat, cool games that'll be available there. All right, Josh, let's that was a smooth transition. Let's shift some gears. Let's talk about some video game news. Over the last month, really since we recorded our last episode, everyone, all of the big 3 have decided to have some sort of press event as far as that goes. So I figured, hey, let's take some time. We'll kind of very briefly chit chat about the 3 major pressers that have happened from Xbox at Tokyo Game Show, from PlayStation State of Play, and Nintendo's Direct. And if we want to, we can talk about the 6-1 Indie Showcase because they always do some neat stuff. But we'll see if we have time. Josh, first, the Xbox Tokyo Game Show broadcast. A, did you watch it? B, any 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 highlights for you, sir?
I didn't watch it because I didn't know that they did one. I just saw like clips pop up. I didn't realize they were doing a
I think it was at a really,
showcase.
for us, it was at a really odd, I think it was like 4 a.m. or something.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but I think it was at a really weird time for us, which is totally fine. It should be. If this is a Tokyo Game Show presser, it should be at a weird time for us. That's totally fine.
Yeah. Highlights. I don't know that I have any highlights minus the announcement of Forza Horizon 6. I was pretty let down by that minute-long trailer, which was about
here's a
50 seconds longer than it needed to be. So I wasn't thrilled about that. In fact, I think it made me more disappointed since everyone in the world knew that it was going to be in Tokyo at this point.
Yeah.
And that's what we get at the Tokyo Game Show. Like insulting to Tokyo and insulting to Forza Horizon fans.
Right.
And then just throw Xbox on top of it all. But at least it doesn't look like it's coming to PlayStation 5 day and date. So I'm happy about that.
Yeah, it's coming at a later date, the PlayStation 5.
Later date.
After release, yeah.
Yeah.
Post-launch, they said. Coming to PlayStation 5 post-launch.
Yeah. We'll see. That could be, knowing the way it's been going, it'll be a week later. And they'll be like, what? We didn't do it on the same day.
Right.
Yeah, I think Project Evil Bane looks interesting, but it probably isn't a game that I'll like. Like it seems like it's more in the Soulsy genre of games, which is, fine, I guess. And Winter Burrow's been kind of on my radar as a like, do I want to play this game or do I not want to?
Yeah.
I don't know that it swayed me more or less. I think it's pretty much more of the same of what we've seen for it.
Yeah.
But it will most likely be on Game Pass, so I'll play it anyways. November 12th, it looks like. So I do want to check that one out.
Yeah, it will be on Game Pass. It does look pretty interesting. It looks pretty cute. Yeah, definitely on the short list as far as like, kind of like that Red Ball style, like,
Yeah.
Or Mice and Mystics. Yeah, it is pretty cool. I also did not watch this when it happened. But I kind of read the stories and watched the trailers for the things I was interested in. One thing or one situation about these that always is, I get it, but it's kind of just like such a weird thing with games, right? Is that like games that are being like have licensing agreements with like one company in one country might be different in a different country. And I
Right.
always find that just really interesting that the way that works at like gate, like, because obviously they had like a 007 First Light trailer,
Oh yeah.
but then there was like a 007 First Light like State of Play, right? So
Yes.
it's just how just depending on where they are in the world and how that works
And all that
is funny.
was just to like introduce Gemma Chan as Q.
And like, okay, I want maybe I'm reading too much into this, but like, why did we feel it was a big deal to introduce Gemma Chan as Selena Tan at the Tokyo Game Show
Oh.
case? Because Gemma Chan, she's British,
Yeah, she's not Japanese.
so is it maybe about something the way she looks that
No,
we're
I
going?
hope not. I think it was like we need something to show that PlayStation didn't show, and then they were like, "Here, you can have an actor reveal."
Yeah.
And they, I don't think they were smart enough to be offensive on purpose.
And I'm not saying it's offensive. I'm not saying it's necessarily offensive. I'm just like, that seems like it's like
Yeah,
this is the direction we were going.
but they call that bad optics, right?
Yeah, right. Like, oh man. Well, I mean, and then we have
Also, the Hitman
Bruce
one.
Lee. Yeah, like Bruce Lee being in Hitman. It's like interesting. Okay, cool. Um, but yeah, I will say where is I just lost it. Um, this game might be horrible. Rhythm Doctor On Call. I love rhythm games.
Yeah,
So
I knew you were going to pick that.
or excuse me, Rhythm Doctor. They try to be funny with their headline. Rhythm Doctor is on call from December 6th. So Rhythm Doctor, I like rhythm games. A one button rhythm game is something I'm definitely interested in, at least to see like if it's any good. I have no idea if it's going to be any good, but I'm always down for something kind of unique and different in that space, and to see can you make a one button rhythm game engaging enough that I want to play it.
Yeah,
So I'm definitely down for that to see kind of how that goes. I was kind of, and maybe this existed, I didn't even know it, but it says revealed. So Gungrave Gore Blood Heat, like
yeah,
that coming back was pretty surprising to me. That was just not like on my bingo card
yeah.
for something that we're gonna have coming out, because I think that was like a PS2 game, maybe.
PS2 sounds right. Yeah,
So like that was just, I guess, when I think about remasters that have been revealed recently, you have that, and then you have Deus Ex, and one
oh
looks maybe a
gosh,
little better than the other one does as far as that goes. So that's fine.
Deus Ex, they have the cojones to call it a remaster.
Yeah. So yeah, but otherwise, just like you said, the Forza thing was kind of like confirming the thing that's an open secret. Ninja Gaiden 4 still looks like Ninja Gaiden 4, which is
Yeah,
good. So that excited to play that game when it comes to Game Pass here soon in October. But overall, pretty Tokyo focused show as far as like a lot of RPGs that are elsewhere coming to Xbox, which is great. More people can play them. Some new, unique, quirky games that I appreciate Xbox still being committed to and doing that. Yeah, I will say though that teaser for Forza Horizon 6 was kind of a bummer though. I was really hoping to see a little more,
something. A
like
car
a car
driving.
driving at all. Like just something more. And we knew it was coming, like you said. Like obviously, they talked in their summer showcase about Forza coming out next year. And obviously, yeah, like the Japan thing has been a very open secret, it seems, for years at this point. But I think there could be some really interesting things they could do there. Obviously, it's a great franchise, a very successful franchise. So I'm interested to see what they do in Japan. So,
Yeah,
all right, Josh. Uh, you know, PlayStation did a state of play as well. This wasn't
yeah,
specifically for Tokyo Game Show, but there was definitely some callbacks to it, and it was done kind of in connection at the same time of Tokyo Game Show. So A, did you watch this state of play, and what did you think of it if you did? And then B, anything stick out to you as particularly awesome or particularly wah, wah?
yeah. I did watch it. Um, uh, yeah, some things stuck out to me for sure. It was okay. It was like mostly good, but I like again, there's some stuff that just not for me in there, which is
Sure.
obviously fine.
Yeah.
Um, I like that we saw first look at that Battlefield campaign.
Yeah.
I was excited to see that.
Which,
And
insiders are saying is still very bad, but that's fine.
That's okay. I don't think that people like that. People don't like any of the Battlefield campaigns, but I
Yeah.
do.
Oh well,
I
there you
do.
go then. Then you're probably
Uh,
gonna be in good shape.
they're not as good as Call of Duty campaigns. I'll
Sure.
give
No,
them.
I
I'll give
agree
them
there.
that. Yeah. I mean, the obvious ones uh, I was starting off with Saros. I was like, why? Okay, it makes sense at the end, but I'm like,
Yeah.
why are they starting with this? Okay,
Yeah.
I get it. So yeah, Saros really like. I'm like very excited. Kyle and I even tried to play. Um, not
Returnal.
lying. Returnal, thank you. I'm
Yeah.
like Revenant. I was like Revenant in my head. We tried playing Returnal co-op, and there were some connectivity issues. I still want to try again, but
Yeah.
the
Agreed.
trailer made me really want to try Returnal again because
Yeah.
we never played. We were done kind of playing by the time that patch came out, or
Mm-hmm.
that with the co-op.
Yep.
Um, but I still really like that game. So yeah, Saros really gave me those vibes, and I love Rahul Kohli. So
Yeah.
really cool to be able to support him by supporting this game and to
Yeah.
support Housemark, this tiny little studio Housemark, who really is just blowing me away with that trailer. Very cool looking trailer.
It was very cool, and I did not expect to actually get a release date.
Yes, that's right.
I
We
was I
got
was pretty
March, right?
surprised that
Yeah.
they put a date on it. So, but I think also now that GTA has a date in May, people are like, date things before May.
Early.
Let's go. Unless you're Halloween, but otherwise, let's
Oh
date
yeah.
things before May.
Yes. Obviously Wolverine would be the third one I would pick if we're picking three.
Yeah.
I so I was thrilled to see Liam. I very like Liam very much, and
Hmm.
coincidentally, all of Spartacus just hit Netflix
Yeah, it did.
over the past week. And Liam is the actor who had to step into tough spot where the main actor from Spartacus passed away from cancer
Yeah.
after season two, and Liam had to fill these shoes.
Yep.
Um, and I I think he's a good actor. I think he had a rough go of it with that because the actor before him was very good. Not that he isn't, but they're definitely different actors. Kind of like probably what Liam Hemsworth feels like now,
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
a little bit. But yeah, I think Wolverine looks great. It looks crazy, violent, and bloody, and over the top, and I have to even put my date in to look at some of the pictures here on the
I know,
site.
right? It is. Whew.
I was very excited to see my favorite Marvel villain, Omega Red, in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very excited for that. I my I'll be my critique is they made Wolverine look just like Liam,
Mm-hmm.
and he doesn't really look like Wolverine to
Mm.
me. But
Sure.
it's fine. They're going for a more realistic look, anyways. They don't
Right.
want him to look like Hugh Jackman. I get it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna. It's not gonna bother me. I don't think too much, but it was like striking at least at first.
So the important question then, though, Josh, who would win in a fight, Wolverine or JD Phoenix? Since he's also the voice of JD Phoenix in Gears of War.
Oh, is he? Well,
Yeah.
obviously Wolverine would win in most fights. I did not know that.
Yeah, he's JD.
Okay, cool. I should look up what else. I know he did something else too, maybe Star Wars or something. But
Yeah, I think
uh,
he was in one of the, yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah, I think it looks great, and it really it looks like it's captured the Spider-Man-ness of it all in a good way. As far as the combat and there's a little like Uncharted in there too. I think as
yeah,
far as like the level design and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, and
I'm
if
excited.
and while maybe there will be more than this, but if we get Ghost coming out here October 2nd, and then you have Saros in the spring, and then you have Wolverine in the fall, plus an MLB game in there. I think that's a solid year, 12 months, right?
Yeah,
From PlayStation Studios. Now maybe something else will, be in the summer or something, who knows, but that's a solid 12-month run. If those games are good, at least on the surface, they have the possibility of being. So that'd be a solid run. But
yeah,
yeah, I think those were definitely the highlights for me as well. A couple other things just to call out briefly though. Uh I- oh, where is it? I'm okay, number one. not that I'm interested in this game, but I forget how actually popular Let It Die was. I
Oh,
that was one of those games that when I remember when the original Let It Die was revealed, I was like, this thing is ridiculous. No one's ever going to play this. And the game was actually relatively popular.
yeah.
Um, but I didn't really think that it was like popular enough for a sequel. And there was kind of already a sequel, but like a third kind of like game in the universe. I was really shocked by. But hey, for those who like that, go to town, have fun. You do you, folks, and enjoy Let It Die.
What
So
is
weird.
it?
What's that?
What is Let It Die?
So the this one is like a roguelike survival actions where like it's kind of like it looked kind of almost like Fortnite, but you go in, you're fighting I think it's PvPvE, if I recall. I could be
Okay.
wrong. Whereas the previous one I think was just like a PvP, like if I recall correctly. I like downloaded it but never played it because I was like, this looks ridiculous. Um, but it's free to play. At least the original one was. So
Okay.
but like I said, people who liked it really liked it. So uh last epoch,
Yeah.
that game obviously is on PC. People seem to really like it. It kind of feels like now there's like three big players in the ARPG realm, right? You have your Diablo, you have your Path of Exile, and then like last epoch kind of seems to be like the third, like contender now in that fight of people who play a lot of ARPGs. Um so I have been interested in this, and I was like, part of me was like, since I'm getting more into PC gaming, maybe this is a game that I could look at getting. But now, if it's gonna be put on the PlayStation, maybe I'll wait. We'll see what happens. I did think it was funny that they're like in development for PlayStation 5. Oribus, like the expansion, will release whenever the PlayStation 5 version
Yeah.
does. Whenever that happens to be, they did not say at all when that was going to be, which I thought was funny. Also funny was that Halloween, the game,
Yeah.
was like, hey, we're coming out September 8th next
Next
year.
year.
Like, whoo, putting our flag in the sand now. Everyone else, get out of the way. Halloween coming out.
Yeah.
Um, I do love the Halloween movies. It's one of those classic horror franchises that I actually really enjoy.
Yeah.
Especially the OG Halloween. Such a good soundtrack, such a good movie.
Hmm.
Michael Myers is such a good creepy character. And honestly, the part in the trailer where they like had downed him and then he just like sat straight up, I was like,
Yes.
that's so
That
good.
was a cool moment.
Yeah. So will I play it? I don't know. Ilphonics games have always been pretty broken. But I would rather play this versus Friday the 13th for me personally. And I know Friday the 13th like isn't a thing anymore, but um, yeah. And then the other game that I just thought was really striking was that Chrono Script: The Endless End.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah.
really cool, kind of like pen drawn looking art style. Will it be good? Who knows? But hey, I like different unique things, so that was pretty cool. So overall, a solid. I don't know. It felt like a good stand, right? When you have Wolverine and Saros in there, like as your bookends, like it's pretty good, right? There's at least
Yeah.
two. There's multiple games in this that I want to play. And like you said, not all of them, but there was enough here that I felt it was worth my 35 minutes. So,
Sure.
all right, Josh. Last one then of the things. Nintendo had their big September Direct official. A, did you watch it? B, thoughts overall, and one or two highlights for you, sir, or
I
three.
watched it. I watched it. I thought it was great.
Yeah,
Uh, they really got me with that Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. I
yeah,
think that looks awesome.
agreed.
Um, Certainly a very like obviously a family focused direct,
Mm-hmm.
which I was happy with. I got a real chuckle out of the Virtual Boy. In fact, my brother texted me that night because a long time ago, when we were kids, we would go to the Cape for the summers and stay with my grandfather, and we'd go into like the commons. And
Mm-hmm.
one year, my brother bought a used Virtual Boy from Blockbuster,
Wow. Okay.
and we played that. It would be in the middle of the night, and we would be up in our bunk bed taking turns destroying our eyeballs
Yeah.
for hours on end.
Yep.
It was such a big deal for us back then. I really thought it was funny that they included that in this. I wouldn't call it a highlight for me, but I thought it was funny
Mm-hmm.
to see it in there. I would say Yoshi highlight is one. Fire Emblem. I think I'm just gonna go all in on this one.
Yeah.
I kind of like half went into the last proper Fire Emblem, and I
Sure.
liked what I played. I just
Mm-hmm.
didn't keep going. Um, So I think that looks really good too. And I've never played Super Mario Galaxy or Mario Galaxy 2.
Oh,
And with the movie trailer thing that they'd set up, my son's
hmm,
really interested. So now we can play that as a family, which I'm excited
gotcha.
for.
So you're gonna get that Super Mario Galaxy 2 double pack?
Yeah. Yeah. I think we will get that. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. I actually did watch this as well, which is unusual for me. I usually am not able to, but I was able to make it happen. Your highlights are actually, well, Yoshi for sure. I thought that game looked incredible. Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. I thought that game looked charming as all heck. Will it be anybody good? Who knows? But it's Nintendo games, so
Yeah.
they're at least
It'll be
partially good.
serviceable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, I know we've already talked about it, but Hades getting release date was pretty neat as far as that
Yes.
goes. Um, while I was watching this, I one thing that kind of really stuck out to me was that Nintendo does such a good job of having properties that have such a clear and defined like personality and vision that even as someone who's like barely played, I'm not much of a Nintendo person and haven't been for a while, like the moment Metroid Prime 4 came on, I'm like, that's Metroid Prime 4. Like I
Yeah.
just
Yeah. You
knew it
knew.
instantly.
Yeah.
The moment that Fire Emblem came out, I've literally never played a Fire Emblem game, and I was like, this is the new Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
Like you just can tell. And
Yep.
I think that is so some people might say that, oh, they're the two samey now, but I think that's so cool that their properties have such distinct identities that even if you're not super into that like playing them, but you're generally plugged into gaming, that you're like, this is the thing
Yeah.
that it is, which is cool. Now I will say, thought that was an interesting choice of a trailer for Metroid Prime 4 because that driving on that bike did not look good to me.
Looked awful.
Okay, I was watching that, I was like, this is what we're showing
Yeah. I
because
agree.
this does not make me want to play this game.
No,
But yeah, the other for also they're gonna do another direct for Kirby Air Riders.
I couldn't believe that. Yeah. They like, I think they must owe him a lot
Yeah,
for all he did for them.
yeah,
He's like, you're gonna give me 5 directs.
yeah, and they're just like, okay.
Fine.
Also, that Dragon Quest Seven remake, those character models literally made me uncomfortable. Ah, man, I was
Uh,
so especially just the one guy more than anything,
the
but I
my
was just
son was like, "What's wrong with their faces?"
I know I was so uncomfortable by
And I
it.
was like, it's the derpy Dragon Age."
Yeah, but I will say, I don't obviously have Donkey Kong Switch 2 yet, but
Yeah.
the DLC that they showed made me way more interested in Donkey Kong
Yeah,
Bonanza.
yeah, yeah.
Just actually seeing because I hadn't really watched like a ton on the game before, and I was like, I kind of felt like I got it, but like watching that, I was like, oh, okay, this is actually looks like something I'd really like to play. It looks pretty cool, like that's something down. But yeah, for me, the big standout definitely was Yoshi the Mysterious Book. I thought that
Yeah,
just looked
agreed.
incredible. So
Agreed.
cool. All right, Josh.
We should talk about OD. Did you watch OD trailer?
I did not watch the OD trailer. Josh, tell me about the OD trailer.
Oh, you gotta watch it.
Well, okay. Well, I'll watch it while you talk about it.
You gotta watch it. So yeah, I mean, well, you gotta listen to it though. You gotta be able to
Oh, okay.
listen to it. OD. There's a lot of reasons why I'm excited for it, but it stars maybe potentially Sophia Lillis, who I really like as an actress. And if this game doesn't give off um PT vibes, I don't know what he's going for, but it's definitely like the spiritual successor to PT from what it looks like in the trailer. And just what Kojima does is this new thing where he's trying to become a film director in his games,
Mm-hmm.
getting these actors and these incredible facial expressions and
Yeah.
CGI, like just incredible, and you can really feel that in this trailer um, when they cut in and do the zoom in on Sophia. It's just very cool, very creepy vibes. Just it looks like it's going to be a terrifying game. And I was glad to see that we got some like probably rendered gameplay, but some idea of gameplay.
Yeah,
Uh,
because it does. Because I know like there was like a whole like Kojima Productions like 2.5 hour like
yeah, I
thing.
didn't watch that.
Okay, but so is it right that like this is his chapter, but that like other people are working on other chapters.
So I think that I don't know that for sure, but I think you're right. I think that was his point at the Game Awards or
Hmm.
2 years ago when he had
Yep.
Jordan Peele come out,
Yeah.
where like it's maybe some type of anthology kind of game or
Hmm.
something. Um, but I don't know. I didn't watch his thing, so I haven't really read anything about it.
Yeah.
But what you're saying sounds right.
Yeah. And I'm watching it. I'm not listening to it. Obviously, I'm just
Yeah,
watching in the background here.
yeah.
I mean, it looks really pretty.
It looks great. There's like a weird baby candle that
Yeah. I
you
was
have
like,
to
she's
light,
setting
and it
like a baby
bleeds when you
candle on
light it.
fire right now. That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
So,
So like, and as it progresses, yeah, it looks like it's one of those games. Very like the world is shaping around you
right.
and altering what you see. And there's just like a great cut in that trailer where you'll get a close up of her. She hears like, so apparently this is what I read.
These baby candles are so weird. And that one's
Uh,
like bleeding. That's so messed up.
apparently, and I don't know if this is true or not. Maybe this is
Worms.
talked about in his thing, but I
Uh-huh.
guess your skin changes when you're closer to the bad guys.
Oh.
So you can know, and it happens in the trailer with her when you see her, like,
Oh yeah, the door's opening and her.
yeah,
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
and like she's getting these marks on her face,
Yep.
and like apparently that will be supposedly a part of the game where it affects like your
On her
character.
eye. Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
Huh.
I'm very excited.
So I was gonna be, is that why the characters in the game aren't gonna be wearing any clothes? Is because you have to see the marks on their skin?
I'm sure she'll be dressed.
I don't know.
This
Maybe
isn't
that's
an
the point.
OnlyFans simulator,
So
but you know,
speaking of which, since we're talking about horror games,
yeah,
that looked cool. I'm gonna watch it and actually listen to it after.
yeah,
Um what are your, we talked about a ton of games that we have been playing recently.
yeah.
Do you have any desire to play Silent Hill F?
I watched a little bit of it because I was
Yeah.
unsure.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I mean, that's I have the desire is there, but it's not like I don't feel like I have to play it right now.
Gotcha.
But it looks
So,
good.
because when Chronos came out back at the beginning of the month, I was like, "What do I want to play
Yeah,
Chronos?"
I want
And then
to
I
play
was
Chronos
like,
too. Listen, these will be our February games.
"That's true.
And
That's true."
we are like, we played all the games. And now Chronos is $20. And we
Yeah,
actually
that's true.
finally waited for once.
Yeah, that is very true. That's
Oh,
actually
and Silent Hill 40. All right, great. We can get them both.
yeah. No, agreed, agreed. So, yeah. When do you think OD comes out?
Oh, it's Microsoft, so who knows now? It could be November of next year.
I do wonder if it is going to be kind of those chapters, like if it is gonna, the intent is gonna try to be to like release them all at once, or if it's gonna be like kind of like
That would be cool
anthology,
if
like
they did
one a
it
year. You
one at
know?
a time, like the Dark
Yeah,
Pictures ones. That would be cool if
yeah.
they did that.
Yeah, it was funny because my partner, she asked, she's like, "Oh, are you just gonna play your spooky game?" I'm like, "They haven't done one of those anymore." She's like,
Yeah,
"What?" And I'm like,
it
"I know,
has.
right?"
When
Like,
does that one come out? Directive 2080, 8020. What is it called?
uh,
That's the next Dark Pictures one. Directive
wait a
8020.
minute. I don't think it's this year. Oh, it says initial release date is 2026.
Okay, so next year. Wait,
Oh
launching
yeah, so next year.
2025.
Yeah, yeah,
Supermass. Oh yeah, okay. It was delayed. It was supposed to be this year. It was delayed.
yeah.
First half of next year. So yeah, we could try to finish Devil Inside Me or whatever it was called.
It's funny because I was like, I don't remember if we finished the other one, The Devil in
No,
Me.
we
Was that the
didn't.
one?
Devil and Me. Yeah, we didn't finish that. In fact, we had like just gotten to like the hotel, and we hadn't done too much after that.
Was that the last one?
Yeah, but of course we had hiccups when we tried playing it.
But wasn't that like 20? It's like 3 years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah,
2 years ago?
it was 2 years ago maybe. Because then they did the Quarry after that.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
You know, I know that their games aren't. Oh, and because they have
And Casting of Frank Stone they did also.
yeah, they also have don't they have is it Little Nightmares 3 them?
Yes, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So Devil and Me was 2022.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess that makes sense since they have The Devil in Me, and then
Well,
yeah, Little
let's
Nightmare.
hear
Yeah,
me out. Man of Medan 2019, Little Hope 2020, House of Ashes 2021,
yep.
Devil in Me 2022.
Hmm.
Nothing for 3 years.
Well, that's not true. They
Well,
had
in
the
their
director switched back to
series,
VR.
in their
The casting
series.
of Frank Stone.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. No, but you're right. I think it is very odd that this game is taking so much longer. I mean, maybe it'll be
Hopefully, it'll be better.
better, and I think they're also self-publishing now. I don't know that they're.
That would slow them down if they're
Yeah, I don't
self-publishing.
think that. I think their commitment with Bandai for that series is done. I think
Yeah.
Bandai was like, we're out. So,
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
but I could be wrong, but I think that's true. So,
We'll see. Yeah, we'll
but
figure something out. If not, if we don't want to play Devil and Me, there's certainly some. We can certainly find a scary game to play around Halloween.
I'm just trying to remember like how far because is the Devil Me the hotel one, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We didn't get very far at all.
Okay.
But I think we had technical issues, which is why.
Okay.
Because usually we play it all in one night or 2 nights.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, we'll have to figure it out.
Yeah, we'll do something.
Cool. All right. Well, Josh, let's move towards wrapping up the show.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're a gaming podcast, but we want to give everyone one other recommendation, suggestion, or thing we're currently into that is helping us live a well-rounded life. Josh, what is your recommendation this month?
I did multiple.
Do it.
I also watched your recommendation and really enjoyed it.
Oh yeah.
So we're about to hit October. So yes, if I give you Halloween recommendations, our next episode, it will be too late. Although I guess I don't know if these are necessarily their remarks. I put originally, hey, did I talk about weapons last month and I forgot because I don't remember?
I
And then
don't
I
think you talked about
deleted it.
weapons, but I do think you talked about Alien Earth.
Okay, I definitely did talk about Alien Earth. Yes, I
Okay.
do want to say Alien Earth is now finished.
Yes.
I can tell you very confidently. I know that some Alien diehards don't like it because it kind of messes with lore and canon a little bit, but they're in uncharted waters, so they can kind of do whatever they want. This is not stories that have been told, at least in cinema. So it has wrapped up. You can go watch the whole season now if you want. And I got to tell you, I loved every single episode. I thought they were all great. In fact, my only complaint was I wish they gave me more. I was always craving more. And I think the actors are great. They did practical effects for the aliens, which is awesome. You get some great scenes. And it just really plays out this like mystery and corporate greed and people doing what they shouldn't be doing. And, do they get their comeuppance? Do they get away with it because they're rich? Like,
Right.
a lot of fun ideas played with. I really hope there's a season 2. I'm not sure. They certainly left it up for it, but that doesn't mean that there will be. But it was great. Alien Earth, super high recommendation if you have Hulu. You didn't cancel your Hulu or Disney, and if you like Alien, you don't even have to like Alien franchise, but obviously it helps. A funny one that I'll throw in is The Monkey, which is certainly a horror movie, but it's like more in the style of silly, like almost like Dale and Tucker versus Evil horror, where like just like the funniest people die horrifically in the funniest situations.
Gotcha.
It's based out of Stephen King short story, so they definitely pulled to make it longer. But I really enjoyed my time. Again, the acting is pretty good in it. It's pretty funny, and I believe I watched that on Hulu as well. Maybe no, I forget. Paramount, Peacock. It's on one of the streaming services. I just canceled a bunch though, so I don't even know if I could watch it again if I wanted to. And then finally, if you want to talk scary, this will probably come out in October for streaming and maybe for sale, and that's Weapons. That's Zach Krieger's follow-up to Barbarian.
Yeah.
That's the one that Jordan Peele fired his agent over not getting the rights to this movie. He really wanted this, and you could tell. You could tell why. It is just a shocking Some people said it was funny. I didn't particularly find it funny. I wasn't laughing while I
Yeah.
was watching it, but there's certainly some silly things that happen in it. But I will say, if nothing has been spoiled for you and you think you have an idea of what weapons is, you don't, which I
Mm,
love that. I love
yeah.
when that happens in movies, and that's kind of like Barbarian too. Um, it just really blew me away with just one, how good, in my opinion, I know a lot of people didn't like Barbarian.
Oh, I love Barbarian.
Yeah, how good of a follow up he has,
Hmm.
like, and now like he has Resident Evil next.
Yeah.
So
Very curious how
I'm
he handles that.
excited to see what he does with that.
Yeah.
But he is a gamer and he is a fan of
Hmm.
Resident Evil, so
He is.
hopefully he says he has some good ideas. But yeah, those are my three recommendations to get you in the spooky mood. And there's a bunch of stuff dropping on the streaming services between
Yeah.
now and October on HBO Max and Peacock and all that stuff. So keep your eyes peeled.
Josh, I mean, these aren't like horror per se. Did you watch 28 Years Later?
You know, I know it's funny. I bought 28 Years Later
Yeah.
on Google to watch it on my Google Chrome, and
Yeah.
then I didn't watch it the night I was supposed to, and a week later it came out on Netflix.
Yeah.
And
Because I
I'm
saw it
like,
was on
what
Netflix
the
now.
heck?
And I was like,
So
oh, I added it to my list. I was like, I need to watch that.
yeah,
And then have you ever seen, kind of in talking about like funny horror movies, have you ever seen The Blackening?
I haven't. I did want to see it when it came out, but I didn't see
Yeah,
it.
because it is also on Netflix now.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
it did look pretty funny.
because that I thought that looked pretty good, and I just never gotten around to it, and now it's on Netflix. It just came out this month on Netflix. So,
Cool.
all right. Well, speaking of Netflix, after canceling my Netflix subscription back in like April or May, I re-upped it because Great British Bake Off is back. So
Yes,
that's
we're
an
watching
easy,
that too.
yeah. So that's an easy recommendation. Obviously, new season of Great British Bake Off. I'm not as I don't know, the cast this year, or the contestants this year. I'm not quite as enamored with any of them as I
Yeah,
typically am, but it's still good. I still love the show. So, but my recommendation is a comedy magic show, because now I'm trying to catch up on all the things that have come out since I canceled it. And that is Justin Willman's Magic Lover on Netflix. Um, Basically, what it is, Justin Willman is a magician who does a little bit of comedy. So this is a comedy magic show. What is hilarious is there's actually been, in at least the fan of magic community, I don't know what else to call it, a lot of like backlash in some ways about
oh
this,
really?
just because people are like, there's no way there's not audience plants.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, so from that perspective, and then
Yeah,
like people will respond, like people are like, well, no, I was at the show, like and there are people like, well, you're just lying because now this is them furthering that, you're right, like, or you're just from the production company that like did it, you're just saying that you're that person, you're not actually
yikes.
that like, it's like, goodness gracious, people.
I
Here's
think because they can't be bothered to believe for 1 second
right.
that magic could be real. That
Well,
has
but
to
that's the thing,
be.
right? It isn't real
It
in
isn't
the
real,
sense of
and
like
he says it.
he's right. He's a very skilled practitioner of magic, which means he is fooling you in some way, right? Could there be audience plans? Sure.
Yeah, you're right. So they're just more mad because they feel stupid. That's what it
Right.
is.
Like there
Right.
could be, that is technically a possibility, but like who cares?
Yeah,
Right?
it's
Like it
just for
just
fun.
have fun. Just sit back, relax, and be amazed. Who cares like how
Yeah.
it's done? Which is funny because that's like how the thing starts, about like there's two types of people when it comes to magic.
Yeah.
Um but like it is just so, I don't know. I think Justin Willman is really funny. I will say his Magic for Humans I thought was pretty good.
Yeah.
The one where he was like trying to get people back, that one I didn't love quite as much overall, where he was like using magic to like settle like
Oh,
beefs
the
people had.
yes, the
Um
prank show. Yeah.
yeah, the Magic Prank Show, thank you. That one was, it was still, I still enjoyed it. And I know, like I said, a lot of people are like, he uses camera cuts, he does all this stuff. Whatever, fine. He
Sure.
still is
Then
a great.
just watch it as a TV show instead of a magic show, and it's still
Right,
good.
exactly. Just enjoy what is happening. So, but yeah, like I said, if you want to be entertained for an hour, I think it's a pretty easy recommend. That's Justin Willman's Magic Lover. Hey, Josh, what do you say we wrap this show up?
Hey, let's do it. Thanks for joining us, everyone. In addition to finding us on Instagram at Board with VG, you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Board with VG. So feel free to give us a 5 star. Sorry, I yawned and I'm going to talk now, so I can't cut that. Uh, so feel free to give us a 5 star rating over there. Also, if you want to communicate in the more long form or you're just not feeling social media, please feel free to email us at boardwithvg@gmail.com. We tag our stuff with hashtag boardwith3g ? So please use that hashtag as well on all your social media posts so we can see what you're doing. And you just have to guess what we're doing. And whatever podcast service you're listening to us on, we encourage you to give us a stellar rating. That is, whether you're downloading us from the Dice Tower Network feed or our very own standalone Board with Video Games feed. You can find me on the things that I play things on at Why So Serious, SIRRIUS. If you want to play some Sonic Racing, let me know. We'll race you. My son will be there too, so be easy on him. He's the one who says Josh, and then you can let him beat you. Kyle, where can people find you?
So you can find me on all the usual places: Instagram, PlayStation Network, Xbox Live, Board Game Geek, all at Cyclocross, CYCOCROSS. As always, if you have topics or suggestions for future shows, be sure to reach out to us on social media, because we want to talk about what you want to hear about. And remember, everyone, whether it be board games or video games, never stop gaming.